This is a brief introduction about PaidaLajin self-healing. Paida means slapping. If you look at the hands here, they're using their hands to slap. Okay. Lajin means stretching. If you look at here, people just lie on a bench and lift one foot up. It's called lajin. Both can be done by yourself because PaidaLajin is not a medical treatment, which means you can do it anywhere, anytime. It is simply a lifestyle, just like doing yoga or Tai Chi. Why do we do PaidaLajin? Because we have all kinds of diseases. Now here we have to redefine disease. What is a disease? You may have hundreds of names, but we just define disease as a kind of blockage or unbalance. What is unbalanced? Your body, yin and yang, okay? In our body we have meridians, which are the channels where our energy moves. Once the meridians are blocked, your body is unbalanced. So that is what we call disease. So in one word, all blockages form all kinds of diseases. Then unblocking the meridians heals. Why do we call it self-healing? Because you can do it by yourself, so you can heal yourself. In fact, all these different kinds of self-healing methods are doing the same thing. Unblock the blockages, such as herbal medicine, acupuncture, acupressure, massage, skin scraping, cupping, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, and even more. For example, frozen shoulders. This is a normal disease. There are many different ways or different medical ways to treat this. You can use medicine, you can use acupuncture, you can even use surgery. But when we say self-healing, you can do it all by yourself. The simplest way is just slapping. You can slap all around the affected area. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes or even more. Then you have what we call the SA here. You can see it looks like a bruise, but it is not. If you look at this picture, you will see all these people's arms are full of what we call SA. Of course, in English, there's no such word. The only word available is bruise, but this is not a bruise. So this kind of SA shows or indicates the blockage in our body. Then, what is SA? SA is a very specific Chinese character that has been used for thousands of years. So SA indicates blockage. How? Because this is what we call the polluted or poisoned blood. So once you slap on your body, if you do have some polluted blood, because of this kind of what we call self-healing effect, the SA will appear, telling you that you got problems, or what we call diseases. And here we use the disease names such as hypertension, heart disease. It's only for communication purposes. During the practice, we normally call it blockages. So here is a picture showing a college student result of Paida. After slapping on the inner side of the elbow, you can see you have all this black SA, because this is where the meridian of heart go through. Now you can see she has some blockages here, or in the modern world you call it heart disease, but here in fact it is just a blockage of the heart meridian. If you look at this one, this is what we call complex diseases, because there have been many blockages on different blockages. This lady, a Tibetan lady, was dying. So after doing some slapping on the legs, she came back. She felt much more comfortable. If you look at this one, this is like a piece of art, like a painting, but this is the result of slapping on the hip. Why? Because there have been many blockages on different meridians. So after doing slapping, the sa appears. Then the lady's pain is gone. It's like over 20 years pain on the hip and the lower back. This picture shows the Tibetans doing Paida or slapping. When I first visited Tibet, I had to use acupuncture, acupressure. Those things can be only done by myself, so it is a sort of treatment. But now, if you teach people how to do it by themselves, they can all do it by themselves, so they can heal themselves. When I did acupuncture, let's say, or acupressure, I could only handle about 100 people per day. But now, no matter how many people show up, as long as I teach them, they can all do by themselves. It's easy. And why does it work? This is a big question. So here I would explain from a scientific point of view. Okay, first of all, according to modern physics, the whole universe is composed of different vibrations. The color we see and the sound we hear, these are all different vibrations. And we know our heartbeats. But in fact, every single organ, every single cell of our body has a vibration. So the whole world, whole universe is just a vibration. Now, if you look at the Chinese character, medicine is composed by two parts, grass plus music. What is music? Music means a kind of vibration. So when we say a herbal medicine works, it's because every single herb has a different vibration. If you take it into your stomach, it will be diversified into different parts of our body through different channels. Okay, but now if we do Paida, slapping, that will also cause a vibration. But unlike the herbal medicine, which is working in an indirect way, here if you do the Paida, it works directly, because you can directly Paida on the meridians where you have the problems or diseases. For example, if you have a stomach problem, you can just slap on your stomach meridian, which is on the leg. Okay, you can do it all by yourself, or you can do it on each other. Then the stomach pain will disappear instantly. We have thousands of examples like this. Now, from another point of view, biology and chemistry. This is the latest discovery by a group of scientists from Columbia University based in New York, and they published their dissertation in the Cell magazine August 2007. You can check it out all by yourself from Google or on the internet. How does it work? What does it mean? Okay, before this discovery, we human beings just took our skeleton or muscle only as a chemical structure that supports our movement. Okay, but now it is also discovered the bones, the skeleton, and also the muscles of our body are the largest endocrine organs, which means once you give them enough incentive, your muscles and the bones will generate all kinds of hormones such as insulin, endorphin, etc. That being the case, healing can also be happening, because the physical action of PaidaLajin will cause chemical and biological changes. And this can be checked out through all kinds of machines in the hospital or in the laboratory. Now, the third point is about electromagnetics. This is a word used by the scientists. Throughout history, if you look at this photo, human beings look at our own bodies in this way. The far right side two photos, this is a skeleton. This is a physical, mechanical structure. This is how we look at ourselves. Now the three ones in the middle shows the picture or how we human beings look at ourselves in a chemical and a biological way. So this is a chemical or biological body. Yet these are all visible to our eyes. If you look at the far left side, a photo showing a kind of light. Scientists call it electromagnetic field. The Indians call it chakra system. Well, the Chinese call it meridian system. So, as I said just now, meridian is the channel where the energy moves. So this is all about medicine. So energy medicine is a very popular word. So when you do PaidaLajin, you can definitely enhance your energy. For example, when you slap on a certain area of your body, let's say you just slap on your hands. Just for a few minutes, you can feel warmer because the energy is circulating faster. So that's the simplest way you can feel the energy. When you do the stretching, you can feel the same way. You can feel warmer. For some people, they can even get sweat. Why do we promote self-healing? In fact, all healing in this world is self-healing. If you look at the animals and the plants, you will realize all these animals and plants for thousands or even millions of years have been healing themselves if they ever get sick or have whatever diseases. Human being is probably the only species on this planet that voluntarily gives up self-healing. So healing, in fact, is all self-healing. Even doctors help you, that is only help you to do the self-healing. There are many different ways to do self-healing, such as yoga, tai chi, tapping, massage, or even all the sports exercise have the function of self-healing. Then why do we pick up PaidaLajin? Here are the reasons. First of all, it is extremely simple. It is so simple that you can learn it in just 1 minute. Let's say if you just use one hand to slap the other. That is slapping. It's so simple. Imagine if you learn yoga or tai chi. It may take weeks or even months or even years. That we all know. Okay. Number two, it works very well, extremely well. We use the word healing effect. How effect? We have more to talk about it in the following chapters. In one word, in a way, the healing effect, I have to emphasize, is the self-healing, which means it is not a medical treatment. It's so good that it's too good to be true. Okay. Number three, you do it yourself. Because it is simple and it works, you can do it yourself. Number four, it's free. Since you can do it yourself, it doesn't cost a coin. Number five, it's safe and organic, which means you don't have any side effect. But after practicing for a while, we do find some side effects. Number one, it makes you lose a lot of weight, 10, 15, or even 20 kilos. Number two, it also makes your skin more beautiful, getting rid of a lot of dark spots on the skin. Number 3, for some people, it helps you to grow up the hair or make the hair from white to black again. And more importantly, it will dramatically increase your sex drive, increase your sex life. Why? Because it's all about energy. Just imagine it is a balloon, okay? Once you have the energy, the balloon will expand. Once you lose your energy or you get leakage, all the energy leaks out, it all collapses. So just imagine, okay? Lastly, it can be used almost in every division or department that has been categorized in the hospital, which means it can be used for, let's say, chronic diseases, emergency cases, children's diseases, women's problems, and even for losing weight and make yourself more beautiful, and even for all kinds of depression problems, psychological problems. Why? Because it's all one disease. It's all one disease, that is the blockage of meridian. Once you unblock the blockages, healing happens. This is a chart showing the healing effect. Healing here, I mean self-healing. You do it yourself. It is not biomedical treatment, okay? In one of our workshops, on the west column, you can see all these kind of diseases names. But this is just for communication purpose. Because in the workshop, all the people ignore their disease names. They just do the same thing. Now, if you look at right column, which shows the kind of effective rate. So basically, it works on all kinds of diseases. So people may still ask, in the workshop, it works. What about they go home after the workshop? We didn't know at the beginning, so we did the report. We did a survey, okay? This is a report showing the result of the survey. Of those close to 300 people, 85% still do PaidaLajin when they go home. Of those who are still doing PaidaLajin, 93% stop all medication, which means average about 80% of the people who participated in the workshop or are still doing PaidaLajin at home, they no longer take medicine. What about their health condition? More than 90% of them, their health condition is even much better than the time they took medicine. Even the remaining 7%, okay, which shows the health condition remains the same as before. That actually still shows an improvement because they take no more medicine. But let's say their blood pressure, sugar level still keep the same. So it still works. In 2015, we did another survey on the workshop. This statistics shows the major 4 diseases, 90% have great healing effect. These include diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and all kinds of pain problems on the joints, on the lower back, on the legs, etc. When I say healing effect, please keep in mind, number 1, this kind of effect, they can check by themselves with all the equipment. They can also go to check it out by all the doctors and equipment in the hospital, okay? Plus, when they do this kind of healing effect or self-healing actions, they mostly either stop medication or dramatically reduce the dosages. In 2016, we did a new form of training, that is the online training. About close to 200 participants give us some of their feedback. Okay, the online workshop means they just stay home on the internet, and we coach them online. And then we give them homework and they answer their questions. But they do all this by themselves. Just do the PaidaLajin, simple. Okay, here's the result. 91% of the respondents have improved health conditions, and 98% satisfied with the workshop. Here's a typical example. This gentleman from Malaysia took medication for 39 years because of his high blood pressure. So since 2010, after doing PaidaLajin, he stopped all medication. Now he's in a perfect shape. Actually, he's teaching more people to do PaidaLajin in Malaysia. This is a gentleman's report from Macau, and he did like 3 times a day insulin on himself. Of course, he had many other diseases in addition to diabetes. So after doing PaidaLajin, he improved. Then he attended our workshop. And then all the sugar level and other indicators are normalized. So he has stopped all the medicine and the insulin ever since. This is a report showing the bypass result. Actually, it shows this gentleman canceled his surgery, bypass surgery. Why? Because the doctors discovered after doing PaidaLajin, all these blocked meridians and the blocked vessels in the heart, cardiological part, they all cleared. So the doctor canceled bypass surgery. This is a case about rheumatoid arthritis. This lady got pain everywhere from head to toe because of rheumatoid arthritis. She tried every means. It simply didn't work. So she came to attend a workshop, and then she went home doing PaidaLajin many hours a day. Just several months later, this is a report showing that the so-called RA factor became negative. This is another case from Switzerland. A lady had one knee replaced already, and 1 week later she would have another replacement surgery. So after doing PaidaLajin, she canceled the surgery. And 2 years later I went to Switzerland again and I asked her, did you do the surgery? She said, of course not. And now you can see from the photo, she came here with a stick. Now she could dance. What about varicose vein? This is from South Africa. This is a natural healer herself. You can just directly slap on the varicose vein. Maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or even 1 hour, 2 hours. This lady slept for 2 hours, so just once. The varicose vein was gone. What about a paralyzed stroke? See, the paralyzed person after the stroke, normally half of the body paralyzed and had difficulty to walk. So you can see this gentleman, when he came, he was on a wheelchair, and in day 2 he could walk with help from others, and in day 5 he could walk. This is otitis. That is a kind of pain and kind of flammable problem from the ears. So after doing slapping on the ears, on the face, so this problem also self-healed. Also, some people already had surgery, but that area still felt pain. This is a case on a lady who already had surgery. Her doctor invited me to her clinic, asked me what to do. I said, it's very simple. You just slap on that pain area. You can see the scar area. You slap, then the scar will appear. Maybe you slap for 10, 20 minutes or even longer. Then the pain will disappear. or dramatically reduced. What about Alzheimer's? This is from an old age home in San Francisco. As long as you encourage old people to do the gentle slapping on each other or on themselves, it works on all of them. What does this mean? Okay, here is the phenomenon. Okay, after doing this PaidaLajin, they can see better, their memories become better, they can hear better, they can walk better, they can hear better. Everything becomes better. So you can see it generally improves all the functions of the human body. The normal pains will be even easier. See, this is the Consul General of Italy. We met in Zurich, just at the dining table, by slapping his elbow for like 10-20 minutes. And his tennis elbow was like 80% alleviated. That kind of pain, of course. What about emergency case? Actually, this is my favorite topic. I didn't know the word CPR until one day a doctor raised this issue. After seeing so many great healing effects on emergency cases, let's talk about the most dangerous cases like heart attack. Our statistics shows, based on at least 1,000 cases, okay, for heart attack, as long as you slap heavily on the inner side of the elbow, it works great. So far, the healing effect is 90%. If we check from internet about the CPR, the average shows about 10%. Okay, if you still have doubt, you can do it all by yourself. This is a recent case from a workshop by another gentleman. One lady got a heart attack, so the people around her just slap on the inner side of the elbow and also a little bit at the inner side of the wrist. It works very well. Just in a few 5 to 10 minutes, she came back to life. In addition to all kinds of heart attacks, you have other emergency cases like stroke, headache, stomachache, cramps. This all can be done by yourselves or by other people around you. You don't have to be a doctor because this is simple, okay? For details of this, you can find it from internet or from PaidaLajin, Self-Healing, my book, which is in English, German, Spanish, and many other languages. And why does this work? I'm sure this is a big question raised by many people. Okay, for that, the answer is very simple. Because this system is designed by the creator or God, or Chinese call it Tian, whatever name you give it, doesn't matter. Everyone is born with this self-healing system. So I even call it, this is the fundamental human right. Now, here, this is a more professional report done by a group of professional medical doctors in India. Because in 2015, we had a joint clinical workshop with a diabetes research center in India. This is a report written by the medical doctors, okay? Number one, it works on all the diabetes 2, okay? It also works very well on diabetes 1. Number 3, it works greatly on all this high blood pressure. Number 4, it works very well on all kinds of heart diseases, okay? And of course, it works even better on all kinds of pain problems. Lower back pain, hip pain, all kinds of pain problem. Number 6, because among this diabetic group, there are 2 people who are Parkinson's diseases, okay? So they either stop or reduce the dosages of their medicine. The healing is also great. The last information, which is extremely important, is related with energy. All the people, all the participants, all the participants in the workshop, all of them, 100%, doubled their energy. So you can see PaidaLajin, above all, will enhance your energy level. This is the local newspaper report on the PaidaLajin effect in the Indian workshop. Of course, this is the side effect. You lose a lot of weight. This gentleman actually came for his gout problem and also hypertension, heart disease, and many other problems. So all those problems after doing PaidaLajin are gone, but the side effect is that he lost about like 15 kilos, which is a lot. And also some people after doing PaidaLajin on the head, especially the Paida on the head, the hair grows up, and some of them, the white hair turns into black hair again. There are many ways to learn PaidaLajin. You can learn it by reading books or watching videos from the internet, but the most effective way is to learn it by attending PaidaLajin workshops, because you not only learn the theory there, you actually do it, experience it, and also learn how to handle all kinds of healing crises. Well, this is part 1 of PaidaLajin Self-Healing Introduction. We have more details on how to do PaidaLajin in part 2.